Welcome, everybody, to the greatest show on the interwebs. This is the Gamers Roundtable, and I am Lee Fex, the host of the show today, and this is episode 51. We are gamers to talk about video games, if you didn't get that from the title of the podcast. We do this every week at 7 p.m. EDT, or are we on EST now?
We're still on EDT. It's going to be here for a while.
All right, 7 p.m. EDT Wednesday, so make sure you join us up and talk about video games with us. We got a live Q&A session on the side. You can talk to us about your video games and we'll answer questions to the best of our ability. We're pretty knowledgeable, I'd say, on the video games. We have a wide variety to each of us. Now, speaking of each of us, today we only have one other person joining me, and it's the ever-faithful Charles. Hello, Charles.
I'll never leave.
We're stuck with him. He's not going anywhere. Unfortunately, everybody else has had things to do, or they're not feeling well and such. So it'll be me and Charles. Or buying houses. Yeah, that's true. Responsibilities. Who wants those? But we'll be talking about the video game news, and we'll be talking about the games we are looking forward most forward-looking to. The words, you know what I'm getting at. In 2015, the games that are being released in the year 2015, we're going to say what we're looking forward to most. So let us know what you're looking forward to in the Q&A session, or if you're watching on YouTube, you can leave it in the comment section, or just join us in the Google Hangout because it's way better here. This is where the cool people hang out.
Usually.
So
how useful this platform is.
So what have you been playing this week? We'll start off with that. See what you've been up to.
Played a few more levels of Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze.
Mm-hmm.
It's Tropical Freeze, right? Yeah.
What system? That's the Wii U, right?
That's Wii U.
Mm-hmm.
I actually had this handy. The game remains faithful to its unforgiving platforming.
That's good.
It gives you plenty of lives, and you're going to need them. And lots of hidden things.
Now, honestly, the only Donkey Kong game I played Diddy Kong as well, but the only Donkey Kong game I ever played was the one on, I think it was the SNES.
Was it the original Donkey Kong Country?
Donkey Kong Country, yes.
Yeah, that'd be SNES.
So is it similar to that?
Yes, it will be similar to that, just updated for, the graphical needs of the ravenous masses. It's, of course, your 2.5D, where it's two-dimensional, but every once in a while they just decide to change the dimension and throw you in a different direction, but it's still two-dimensional. Puzzles very similar to what you would expect, and hidden items very similar to what you would expect in most Donkey Kong games.
Mm-hmm. And
they have a really neat, I don't want to say class system, but you can, on a lot of cases, you can choose between Diddy Kong, Dixie Kong, or Cranky Kong to be your sort of partner when you're playing in solo. I haven't played this game in co-op yet. And they each have their own abilities. Diddy Kong has a jetpack that allows you to remain at the maximum height of your jump for a little bit longer. Dixie Kong has her helicopter hair that allows you to get effectively a double jump. And Cranky Kong has a pogo stick that allows you to bounce on spikes, which would normally kill you. And it's effectively a double jump, but you need a platform in order to do it on.
So it sounds like it actually reminds me of the new Little Big Planet coming out, where each character has their own abilities, and it's you can platform away with them.
Yeah, that's something like that, I guess. It works like that.
That's good. There's so many good games on the Wii U right now. It's just I have no incentive to walk over to my table and plug it in. It's just all my other systems already taking up the space. And to be honest, I'm surprised at how much I actually am using my PS4. Just because the game library isn't as huge as something like the Wii U. But I'm using the PlayStation 4 quite a bit because there's a lot of free downloadable games. But I should be playing through some of my Wii U games right now and picking some up. But there's something about, I don't know what it is, but whenever I have free time to play games, I want to play a serious game, and nothing on the Wii U kind of reminds me of a serious game. It's a lot of it's just quick, jump in, have fun for a little bit, kind of fun. and then leave it. It's not something you pull up. It's gonna have an enthralling story like something like Last of Us does. Is there anything that you can think of, any games out for the Wii U right now that maybe I'm mistaken?
Um, Nothing that I can think of, but I don't have a very extensive Wii U library. I've got maybe 5 or 6 games for it, so I'm not the person to ask about that. I think Shane was the person who keeps saying that there's a ton of good games for the Wii U, and just nobody owns them and nobody buys them.
Yeah, and I wonder because I'm a perfect example of that. That I have the system, and I like buying games, but for some reason I just don't have any incentive really to go and pick up anything for the Wii U at this point. And I honestly think the next actually it'd be the only purchase this entire year for me for the Wii U is going to be Smash Brothers.
Yeah, Smash Brothers coming out, which is good. That should bolster sales a little bit. Um,
Oh, it'll
but
definitely bolster sales. I know a lot of people that are very skimpy on their money and are definitely getting one because of Smash.
yeah, well, hopefully it turns out to be a good experience and better than some of the other Smash games that have come out.
hmm I'm still trying to nail it. What it is I think that's it. I think Nintendo games are
I
designed to be picked up and played for a little bit and then put down and then you just come back to
Well,
them
I
for a little
mean,
bit.
look at the controller, right? Like the controller is friggin' gigantic. How are you supposed to hold this for any longer than 20 minutes?
That's true. And I think that's what they designed it to be is when you're trying to capture the every audience, a lot of that tends to be kids. Nintendo's always been
I
there
don't
for the
even think a
kids
10-year-old
growing
could
up.
lift that.
But well, here's the thing: you look at a lot of kids' toys, just because I still have um, younger family that they have these like the Leap pads and all that. They have little like touch pads in them, and they look very similar, to be honest, to the Wii gamepad. And I think that's part of what they were going for with that is that it's something that is gimmicky enough for a kid to want to pick up and play for a little bit, so that they'll go to their parents and say, I want this new Mario game. I want this new Yoshi game. And the parents go and buy it, and that's now their sales.
Yeah.
It's not,
They could also use for more marketing. Like I honestly have no idea what's ever coming out from for the Nintendo.
I
I've
I
I've
mean,
subscribed to their newsletter and I have no idea what's coming out for Nintendo Wii U.
I think it doesn't help that I don't watch TV at all. But even when I'm at work, I see Xbox and PlayStation commercials.
Hmm.
I don't ever see Wii U commercials ever.
Yeah.
There's no Nintendo commercials that I ever see. So
I don't
it's
know.
maybe
Maybe.
they put those commercials on different channels, but you're right that there's not enough marketing at all.
Nope. I don't see anything.
No, and I feel like a lot of times we end up beating a dead horse on this topic, but like it's so true. They just it's I think it's frustrating us because we all want to see Nintendo do good, but they they're just not doing the things they should be doing. Right?
Yeah.
That's pretty much it.
Yep.
And for me, what I've been playing this week, I've gone from the flip side of thinking that games on phones weren't to be taken seriously, and now that's all I do. And I think it has to do partially with the fact that um, Google has made their Play Games app, so it's essentially your PlayStation profile, your Xbox Live profile, so much nicer, and it just I don't know, it's so fun to get achievements. This is my profile right here. Um, I don't know why it's saying I played Asphalt Rush because I definitely didn't.
Maybe it's
Um,
recommending that to you.
oh, maybe, but it should be showing all the games I've been playing here, and yeah, because I definitely didn't play Revolt or any of those.
Uh,
Well, those are my
that looks
friends.
like Stories icon, so
Yeah, that's
maybe Story was playing one of those games
Story was
and
playing
it's
Revolt.
just a recommended thing.
That's the thing is that it's so I literally open the app and there's all my friends. There's my stats. I can click on them. It tells me all my points I've gotten in certain categories, and earning achievements is so easy now. Like you literally just click sign in and it signs you into the game, and there's all you start unlocking achievements. And the fact that I'm a trophy whore when it comes down to it, straight and simple. I love that little ding that you get when you unlock an achievement or a trophy, and I just I can't get enough of them. So what the fact that I can get any game on here, or not any game, but I can get lots of games for free, and they all have achievements. It's a terrible situation because I can just go download anything, get the first 5 easiest achievements, and then download the next game. So I've been playing through a lot of different types of games. I'm actually playing one now called Timberman, where it's taking that Flappy Bird style idea where you just tap, but you tap either side. Well, I guess I have to click play first. Um, and you chop down the tree, but you can't get hit by these branches here. And that's simply it. You try to get as high as you can get, but there's achievements for it, so that's why I'm playing it. That and my friend just got to, and we're competing for achievements right now. So we've been using our NFC to pass games to each other and play. So I've been playing a lot of mobile games. Really been into Clash of Clans because it is. I think it's well designed. Obviously, now that I'm getting further into it, it's taking longer and longer for things to happen. Um, oh, and here's a good one you need to get. It's called phone achievements. Phone
I
achievements.
saw that. I saw that on your profile the other day.
And if you're watching the podcast with us instead of just listening, you can see on the screen here. It's phone achievements. So basically, by doing things on your phone, you unlock achievements. So all these red ones are the ones I have. So for this one's called Games Addict, and it just says have the Steam app installed. There's one called Chinese Tourist, and it says take 10,000 pictures. It's like there's some that are so ridiculous, some that are easy. This one's insane. You must be caught in an active phone call when this gets activated. If you're not in an active phone call, then this will deactivate. Better luck next time. This is a random achievement that activates randomly and gives you a random time frame between 15 minutes and 6 hours for completion.
That's random.
So you have to just be on a phone call and hopefully it'll activate. I actually saw it activated the other day and I didn't get into a phone call.
Hey Brody, wanna race to 10,000 visited portals? I just got my 2,000.
You beat me on that one. I'll stick to my phone achievements for now because you're probably way ahead of me on English. Anyways, get phone achievements and start getting some achievements on your phone. It's too
Okay,
addictive. It's too
I'll
addictive.
consider it. We'll have to share our phone achievements for people who play video games because
Yes.
that makes sense.
I just got to point this one too. Do not charge your phone for 6 days. The achievement is called Steam Powered.
How?
I know. My buddy just got the Sony Xperia T something, and it has like this power saving mode where he's got like I don't know like 48 hours of battery time on it if he goes into power saving mode. Or no, 14 days is what it was. So he's going for these achievements right now, trying to get the 6 days no charging.
Yeah, that's never gonna happen for me. My phone is always charging. I've got 2 external batteries now.
I think it went to I think he got his 2 day one. 3 and 4 days would be his next. Still, random achievements, fun if you're a trophy horror or an achievement hunter, and you have an Android device. But yeah, I really like mobile games. They're fun. And I'm really been trying to get back into Call of Duty. That's the other one I'm doing. I played for a couple hours the other day. Started picking my skills back up, so I'm happy with that. I'm getting ready for Advanced Warfare coming out. I just bought the Super Edition, the super big edition. Of course.
What do you get with that?
Like body armor.
Actually? like they just mail it to you? There's just body armor?
It's sorry, Advanced Warfare is what we're looking for. I forget what it's called, like Alpha something. I can't even remember what it's called now. Collector's Edition, I'll search. But yeah, it's obviously gets your season pass, all that super stuff, and the a helmet, I think it is, body armor. I'm trying to pull it up right now to see if it'll tell you.
Is this in-game stuff or is this like physical little things that you put on your shelf?
Physical things. Atlas. Okay, so the Atlas Pro is the collector's edition that I want right now. So it's the Modern Warfare Atlas Pro. I really wish that my computer was being a little faster than this right now, though.
Time for a new computer?
Well, it's my Chromebook. It's just I have a million things open right now. Um,
Well, there's your problem. Get more RAM for your Chromebook.
what does it come with now? Actually, I forget now. I think it's like 4 gigs or something like that.
Brody, you should take up Dota 2, by the way. I need
Dota?
somebody to have I need somebody to do sick plays with.
Do sick plays.
Sick plays.
I can try, but I'm no good.
That's fine. It comes with time.
Yeah. Oh, why will it not come up? I'm getting frustrated.
While you're looking for that, you got news?
We do have news. Gamescom happened recently.
That's a thing.
Yeah, that's the thing. And so I'm gonna go over just some of the things. Did you watch any of the Gamescom presentations?
I was too busy schooling noobs in Dota 2. Way too
Oh,
busy.
to watch it.
Yeah. I was way too busy playing video games to watch things about video games.
All right. So
Such is life.
I found it. Now, before we go into Gamescom, I found what it is. So it costs it cost me about 140. What it gets you is your season pass, Atlas Gorge bonus multiplayer map, a digital content pack that comes with pistols, exoskeleton helmet, and a player card, 5 bonus supply drops, single player exoskeleton upgrade token, an official Call of Duty Advanced Warfare soundtrack. So you get a digital copy of it, so it's not even a physical copy. And the physical bonuses is a physical booklet with concept art and a collectible steel book. A steel book game case is what it is. Okay, so you know what? Maybe I was mistaken about the body armor. It looks like that's in-game body armor. Damn it.
Brody just wanted to lay siege to City Hall. You can't get me, I'm wearing body armor.
I want to cancel my pre-order now. That's frustrating.
Gamescom.
Yeah, well, fuck Call of Duty now. I'm pissed off. Although, speaking of Call of Duty, did you see the new multiplayer gameplay that came out?
No. Why don't you throw that in the showcase and I'll take a quick look.
I'll have to show that in showcase because it is phenomenal. They definitely look like they're going more of an Unreal Tournament route.
Oh, thank goodness.
Something
about double jumps?
Yeah, they took they got jetpacks. I think that's what your double jumps would be. You can deke, dodge side to side now. A lot more fast play, vertical gameplay is now added into it, so it's not just your horizontal. And you can swim now, so if maps have water, you can actually swim through it. So it's adding a whole nother,
it's about time.
Verse, yeah. So it's honestly looking good, and there's a lot of people I've seen in comments just they put that ... actually looks good. A lot of people giving those kind of sentiments with it. So we'll have to show that in the showcase so people watching can see it and so you can see it. But to Gamescom. Gamescom, I have the day one, which is when PlayStation and Xbox did their presentations. So just go over some of the things. This one kind of upsets me because I was looking forward to the next Tomb Raider game, but Rise of the Tomb Raider is going to be an Xbox exclusive. So it's an IP that was originally multi-platform, has now been scooped up by Microsoft as an exclusive, and it looks to be that today Microsoft confirmed that it's going to be that the exclusivity deal will have a duration. So that means it will come out on the other systems at some point. So just obviously time exclusive. I don't see it was Square Enix, I think, that made the game, right?
Yeah, Square Enix.
Yeah, so I could see Square Enix being silly enough to say, oh, it's only coming out um, on one system,
Yeah, I
but
don't think they
especially
would.
after how well it did for them as well too. I remember a while back seeing an article how they were surprised at how much money it made. It overshot their expectations by quite a bit. So putting it to exclusively to one system that's not even selling the greatest would have not been a smart thing.
Well, I
However,
mean, probably Microsoft paid them quite a bit of money to make it exclusive. I mean, they know that the game that they released, the reboot that they released sold a lot, so they figure the sequel to the reboot is also going to sell a lot, and it's going to push sales for
do you
their
think
crippled Xbox One.
do you really think that's the game that people are going to hold off a bit? All right, now I need an Xbox One,
No, I really don't think so.
right?
The audience for Xbox One is the wrong audience for that kind of a game. So
Yeah, and that's why it kind of struck me as something silly. It's like it doesn't seem like those are the people that you should be targeting.
now, like if Far Cry 4 was Xbox One exclusive,
Yeah.
that would push sales for Xbox One. But I'm just looking at the Gamescom list right now. That's one of the ones that stood out. But
Even
yeah,
this though, like even if it was like exclusive, then yeah, that might push sales. I would have a reason now to get an Xbox. Sunset Overdrive, then we got Tomb Raider, and I can finally pick up Titanfall. But like a timed exclusive almost does nothing. Like
well,
it's not like I'm gonna be like, okay, this game's eventually gonna come out on a system I already own. I'm just gonna wait, right? Like there's no reason for me now to go buy an Xbox One if it's gonna come out on the system I already own. So I think timed exclusives are very silly. You might push a couple where people are like, okay, I'm a diehard Tomb Raider fan. I need this game right away. Um, then they might, or maybe if you did like an Xbox that was designed like it was a Tomb Raider skinned Xbox, then maybe because then diehards will. But even at that, you're gonna sell maybe a couple thousand.
well,
Right?
well,
Because of that.
the phrase "diehard Tomb Raider fan" doesn't really make much sense to me.
Well, I guess for starters.
Diehard Tomb Raider fan, maybe back when it was the original Tomb Raider series, but not with the reboot. I don't think there's going to be that many people who are diehard enough to just buy it right away.
No, I don't know. There might be because the reboot's really good. If you haven't played it yet, the reboot is well done.
I own it. I haven't played it.
As I said, I've never played a Tomb Raider game up until that one. That is the first Tomb Raider game I played. I've seen other Tomb Raider games and gameplay of it, but that was the first one, and I enjoyed it to the point where I want to get the next one. It was well done, and I'm excited to see where they take it from here on out. But back to exclusivity, I don't think I'm not about to go and buy an Xbox now because it's going to be out on that first.
Yeah, it's not that much of an incentive.
If it was only available on the Xbox One forever, like it was never coming out on the PlayStation 4, then yeah, I would have more incentive now to. I am going to buy an Xbox One. That would be more incentive for me to get one sooner. So that would make sense. But I don't get timed exclusives. Sometimes is there any game that would ever make you buy a system because it was time exclusive on one system?
No, never,
Exactly.
ever.
And
I don't
that's
have
that's
that much money.
and that's where I'm getting at. Like, well, even if you did, like, I could go do it. I'm not. I mean, I'd be pushing it for me, but I could go and get one just because of that. But I'm not going to because it just seems silly. I already have a system. Why would I? Why would I spend more money on something? If I can get it just a few months later.
Yeah,
I
no
guess it all
point.
depends on how long the exclusive, because Microsoft hasn't detailed that at this point. They haven't said how long it will be exclusive. Um, if it's a year, then maybe that will probably push more people, to get an Xbox. But if it's like 2 months, No way. There's no point.
Yeah, and then the people who held out for the year, they get a more polished version.
Exactly. They've worked
Wouldn't
on a
that
little
be the
long time.
best thing?
Oh, that's funny. Now we've got the Super HD version coming out on the PS4. Um, yeah,
Yeah, and
that
then the Super HD remake for the Xbox.
you gotta
You
buy
have to
it
buy
again.
the game twice.
Yeah, so there's that. Uh, but yeah, it's gonna be coming out in 2015. So if you really like it, you can add that to your list later. Assassin's Creed Unity. They showed um, the actual trailer for it. I think it is now. I didn't actually take a look at it. I'm going to watch it later. I'm really excited with the things they're doing with this next Assassin's Creed. If you watched that video I linked to you before, they're going back to their roots. A lot of what worked. Like the point of Assassin's Creed was to be a stealthy assassin. You didn't go in killing everyone. And the latest ones, that's what it was. You're going on, you're shooting people, and they showcased the fact that you could chain kills together and do all this kind of crazy killing. But that's
Nobody
not the point of it.
cares.
And yeah, the point was that the point was to be stealthy. And you buy Assassin's Creed because I'm an assassin, I'm stealthy. And they're going back to that. They've made combat systems harder now. So when you're fighting um, enemies, they took parry out. You can't parry anymore. So now you actually have to time your blocks and then attack after. You can't just press one button and then kill people, because before you could block, attack, kill someone with one button. Took that out, made it harder. They've changed the whole system of before they admitted you couldn't go up a wall without hitting it at, I think it was 90 degrees. So that they would have boxes that you would have to jump off first to set you up in the perfect spot so the wall could handle it. Now you can come at a wall at any angle and just start free running up the wall and then grab onto things from there on. So the motion is going to be so much better. I really like the idea that it's set in Paris during Revolution. So that's going to be good. I'm kind of excited for that. I'll probably end up picking that up. And the fact that it is next gen only, which means it's a dedicated next gen game, I'm kind of excited for, because there's too many of these crossovers games that are designed for last and current, and they're just not up to par of what current could be doing.
Mhm.
Next up, they showed some Bloodborne, which is that PlayStation 4 game. I didn't actually see that, so I can't say anything on it. I don't know if you did. No, you're playing Dota, you said.
I was playing Dota. I was too busy playing Dota.
Um, and just quick shout out to our viewers. We're going over our over Gamescom news right now. And a quick shout out. Make sure you go to youtube.com/gamersroundtable show to subscribe so you don't miss any of our previous stuff we did or anything in the future. We have a live Q&A going on at the side, so make sure you ask us some questions or bring up any news that we may have missed about Gamescom. There was a lot going on, so we may miss some things. Now, the next thing, Gamescom, this is kind of this. There's a lot of nerdgasms going on when this one was announced. Hideo Kojima and I always fuck his name up, but Guillermo del Toro are making a new Silent Hill game starring The Walking Dead's Norman Reedus. Now, can you take in how many things I just said there? How many things were just combined? We got Hideo Kojima, Del Toro, Silent Hill, and Walking Dead's Norman Reedus. Like
So that's
it's
gonna be good.
yeah, it's like literally every or fan base or cult coming together for this super cult. It's going to be a crazy game, I think. Um, they said, oh, I keep pressing buttons on here, but I think they said there was a playable demo. Um, so yeah, Sony announced and they released a playable demo for something called PT. When gamers made it to the end of the puzzling and terrifying demo hours later, they were greeted with the title Silent Hills and some massive names. So yeah, those came out at the end. I think you can check out the trailer on YouTube or Twitch, one of the two. But yeah, look that up. That's going to be unreal. I think, especially with Del Toro. in the mix as well there too, and Kojima as well. So it's going to be tight. And it actually it seems, funny. Speaking of reboots, we're talking about the Tomb Raider reboots. Is this one? I think the games were great, started declining, and then all of a sudden massive reboot. Or sorry, start declining, and then it's at the point like, why are they still making these? And then massive reboot. And that's the point where it seems like Silent Hill's at now, and it usually works. So I'm excited for that. They showed some more stuff for Far Cry 4, which I'm excited for. Now, have you, Charles, played a lot of the Far Cry games, or like the Far Cry 3 at least?
I played a bit of Blood Dragon. I didn't care too much for Far Cry 3
Oh,
though, because I don't know. The game, while it looks great, I'm just not really that much into it. I don't know why.
you crazy, man.
Yeah, I know. It's a great game, but it's not my cup of tea.
Great, great.
I have a very hard time with games that have no strong direction for me. I just quickly get disinterested somehow.
Wait, so if it's not linear, you
Well,
say?
not necessarily that it's not linear. It just doesn't have very strong direction. Like the game is at some point very early in the story, it becomes do whatever you want. Here's your main quest goal, but you probably shouldn't do that until you do a whole bunch of whatever you want before then.
Well, yeah, it's called RPG.
Nah.
So you don't like RPGs?
I can't play RPGs, and I don't know why. I like them, but I just can't play them for a long period of time. I can't stay too focused invested in them.
You ADHD out of it.
Yep, right
Okay,
away.
fair enough. Um, to so apparently Destiny. Um,
Is it announced for PC yet?
no, it is
Damn.
the most pre-ordered IP in GameStop is their entire history. So that's impressive.
This surprises no one.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, they
um,
did their closed beta thing and got everyone talking about it, so of course
mhm,
people are going to be buying the crap out of it.
yeah. Quantum Break. I don't know if you remember that one. That was from it was one of those the original Xbox One release, not release, but like E3, the first games they showed. Do you remember that one?
No.
Quantum Break. It was the one where it was like a crime scene, but everything was frozen in time. There's an explosion going on, and the guy was walking around looking at things. And near the end of the scene, the scene started to unfreeze itself in time, and continue on with things. So, anyways, they showed the first gameplay of it. I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be tied in with a TV series as well. First gameplay of that, I haven't actually looked at it myself, um, but I'm going to take a look at that. It looks like it could be interesting. Um, they gave dates for the Fable Legends and Halo 5 Guardians for their betas. Um, if you're looking to get into the Fable Legends beta, that kicks off in October. And Halo 5 Guardians beta begins in December if you're interested in that at all. I know neither one of us have an Xbox One, so it's out of the question for us. Um, to get into that Halo beta, though, you're guaranteed by buying the Master Chief Edition in November. Um, and I think around November is going to be the time I'm going to have to pick up an Xbox One. Uh, anyways, just because of the Master Chief Edition. Then we got Sunset Overdrive, I think, is coming out around that same time as well too. Oh, but it's gonna be tough because we got Destiny coming out. I'm gonna play that on my PS4. Oh, the life of a gamer. It's tough.
It's so tough.
It's tough. Any other interesting stuff? Oh yes, Metal Gear Solid 5. Did you play those?
No, I haven't played a Metal Gear Solid game yet.
Okay, well, there's a new trailer featuring cardboard boxes. If you'd like to check it out. Yeah, so that's it. And there's this game called Rhyme. Have you heard of it?
Rhyme.
IME.
RIME. No. I don't
Apparently, a
even
lot of
see
people
it
are
on this
talking about
list.
it. It's it's going to be coming out. I think it's PlayStation 4.
Oh, there it is. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's PS4.
yeah, and apparently a lot of people are interested in it. So it's looking very good, gorgeous. So I'm gonna check that out. I'm all about those beautiful indie games. So we'll see how that goes. DayZ coming to PlayStation 4.
Yes.
Yeah. Um,
Yeah, there it
not
is.
not a super huge surprise because Bohemia has talked about the possibility of ports before. Um, but yeah, it's who knows if it's other consoles. Is just at the PS4 conference they announced it, so we'll see. But that'll be interesting. Now I wonder if you've already bought it on PC, if you have to purchase it again. I'm gonna assume yes,
Oh, probably.
because I'm pretty sure with Minecraft you had to do the same thing, right?
Yeah, you'll have to purchase it on every front that you want to play it on.
Okay.
That kind of makes sense. I mean,
Yeah.
they're basically building it from the ground up for each thing, and the price isn't that big of a deal.
Yeah. Um, I saw some more Order 1886 gameplay, and that game looks absolutely freaking gorgeous. Have you
Let's.
seen it all?
You talked about it like it was something that you wanted the when we did our E3 stuff. Single player action adventure video game. It didn't really captivate me, given the
It didn't
timing.
either, but I just want it because the graphics. Regardless, Nikola Tesla is going to be in it. That was.
Oh, nope, nope, sold. I'm buying a PS4 now.
That's the selling factor right there.
Yeah, right there. It's got Nikola Tesla in it. Oh, it's mine.
Yeah. Regardless, yeah, he's in it, and it just looks gorgeous. You're gonna have to watch some more gameplay on it. It looks so good. PS4 now says they have sold 10 million, $10 million, 10 million units of the PlayStation 4. That's sold, not shipped. So they've sold quite a bit of systems at this point. And I think the last time Xbox said theirs was at like just over 5 million or something.
I actually saw this today. Yep, PS4 hits 10 million units sold, while Xbox One still sits around 5 million.
Yeah, and Xbox hasn't said anything contrary to that, so we can only assume they haven't increased much since the last statement they gave, um, if they're not bragging about it.
Oh, of course.
So this is a huge lead already um, for the PlayStation 4, and PlayStation Now is coming to Europe in 2015, which makes sense because they've got a way better infrastructure to support it than we do.
And everything's coming out in 2015, so
Yeah. And
right on time.
Yep. Just well, maybe we'll have Google Fiber up here by that point, and then PlayStation Now will work much better once it's actually released.
And maybe they'll develop some sort of quantum networking that can connect all of the cities into one mega city, and we can be like a global village. Just something completely unreasonable.
Something huge. Yeah, so that's most of the important stuff I saw from day one, which was I think yesterday, or the day before. No, it was yesterday, I think. No, the day before.
I'm taking a
And
look at the Wikipedia article on Gamescom. There's a huge list for 2014
for games.
for exhibitors and their list of games that they plan on either showing or have already shown.
Yeah, there's tons of games, and that's why I was kind of just trying to pick out some of the most like the top headlines, just because there's so much that's coming out. Is there anything on there that you can see that kind of pulls your interest?
Not that it pulls my interest, but apparently World of Warcraft is increasing the level cap from 90 to 100. That's super not interesting.
Yeah.
Smite is coming out for Xbox One,
Mm-hmm.
in addition to already being out for Windows, and that's a third-person 3D MOBA that's
Say
extremely
Smite's
frustrating.
What do I
Magica 2.
play on PC?
Magica 2 Did you play Magic 1?
I did not. My brother did.
Okay, yeah, that's a fun game to just screw around with friends and make them hate you.
Yep.
Friendly fire and all that stuff.
Yep.
Magica 2 is upcoming and coming out for PS4 and Windows PC,
Nice.
so that's pretty neat. The Witcher 3, obviously.
Of
Uh,
course.
if they haven't already displayed some information at Gamescom, they plan to share some then. Uh, Borderlands, the pre-sequel. I'm actually interested in picking that one up.
Pre-sequel. Now is that's coming on Vita as well or no?
Platforms. Windows, PS3, Xbox 360, Mac, and Linux. So, no.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure if that was one of the ones that was coming or not.
Nat.
Nat.
Uh,
Anything else?
let's see. Well, the pre-sequel looks interesting because you're going to be playing as the protagonists instead, or sorry, the antagonists rather, instead of the standard protagonists that you were playing before. You're going to be playing as people who show up in Borderlands series as villains instead of the people who are the heroes.
So you'll be playing as the villains?
Yep, looks like one of them is Athena, the gladiator, who is a rogue assassin of the Atlas Corporation, first introduced in the Borderlands DLC campaign, The Secret Armory of General Knox. She was an enemy, I think, maybe?
Mhm. I'm not sure. I didn't play.
Oh, I think she was one of those assassin people. Yeah, she was the rogue assassin. Um, Nisha, the Lawbringer, shows up in Borderlands 2 as the sheriff of the town Lynchwood. Um, the Hyperion engineer Wilhelm, the Enforcer, who is actually a boss you fight against in Borderlands 2. And the last one is Frag Trap, which is a claptrap that is, oh, ones that can actually attack instead of just stand around and be kicked around. And it plans on introducing some new mechanics such as anti-gravity, freeze weapons, and something else that didn't. Oh, oxygen. Because,
What?
yeah, they'll have like air meters because apparently you're going to be in space.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, anti-gravity plus oxygen equals space. Let's see, what else is announced? Not that it really is announced, but Dawngate, another MOBA. That's one I'm actually interested in playing if it weren't, Electronic Arts. Actually, I hear that Electronic Arts is smartened up a bit, so maybe I'll give it a try. It's still on Origin, though.
Don't do it. We gotta boycott them.
Oh, we have to boycott them. Nah, well, I mean, if they're making good decisions, then we should reward them for their good decisions.
I guess fair enough.
And it's a free-to-play game, so it's not like they're gonna be getting money from me anyway.
Well, it'll be all in game.
Microtransactions, yeah. Buy your boosters and stuff.
Well, let's see if it's pay to win.
Yeah. No, if it's a MOBA, it won't be pay to win. It'll be pay to have more flexibility, but not pay to win. Hyrule Warriors. Apparently, there's more information on that.
Okay.
Which is a maybe purchase on my behalf. I'm more interested in finding out more about the new Legend of Zelda game.
Well,
for next year.
I think the only important Hyrule Warriors news that we needed came out last time when they said that Sheik was a girl.
Yeah, that was the most important news that Nintendo has released with regards to the Legend of Zelda series as a whole.
Yeah, probably. There's nothing else you need to know.
Yeah, Sheik is a girl. Get over it.
Have they said anything else on the next Zelda game yet?
I'm looking at this list and I do not see anything. So nothing at Gamescom at least.
I know. Sorry, I have a question before we go on. You mentioned you don't really like, or you can't really play RPGs. What about Borderlands?
Borderlands is a shooter.
Okay.
So it's also extremely linear. So there is clearly a path you go into.
Gotcha.
Yeah, while there are a lot of side missions, the side missions can be completed on your way to the path that you're going. So it's very strongly driven as opposed to loosely driven.
Okay.
It's not as
Um,
much. It doesn't feel as much like a grind.
so are you going to be interested at all in Destiny then?
Um, I'll have to take a look at it. You seem really hype about it, so it'll probably be good. But my problem is the barrier of console. It's on console. I don't own console that'll play it.
Well,
So
just borrow one of my PS4s.
one of your 60 PS4s. Oh right, you pre-ordered it with the white
The white
PS4, didn't you?
PS4.
So now you have two.
Yep.
You have
Yep.
way more PS4s than you're ever gonna use.
Yep.
Maybe
No,
I'll have
man.
to buy your other one off of you or something.
Now with cross saves and all that kind of stuff, I'll be able to play my game and then go to my bathroom and have my other PS4 set up and then play it there.
Oh yeah. Why don't you just set up your home
Vita.
entertainment system in your bathroom and then you never have to move?
Yeah, I guess. Or I also have my Vita. I could just use that as well too.
Oh yeah.
PS4s. I guess yeah, I could. But yeah, Destiny, I'm super hyped on. Um, I think it's gonna be, as you said, yeah, very very straight driven. You have missions you go to. You can go into each planet and free roam the area, um, or you can click on the missions and just go straight to the missions. Right? It's up to you. But like it's when you go to the map, it shows the missions you should be doing. So it is very strongly driven in that sense that you'll always be on track and going to the next task.
Well, that'll probably help me.
Yeah, so that'll help for sure. You'll have to come over and take a look when it comes out. Oh, it's almost out, like a month away.
Oh, it's so close.
You know what I really hate? What month sucks the most?
Which month?
August, because it means that there's one more month between me and Destiny.
You just thought of that right now, didn't you?
No, I've been thinking of that one for a while.
It's the only month in the way between you and your favorite game.
My new addiction,
Yeah.
I've yet to acquire. I
Doesn't
am
even
going
make
to be
sense.
addicted, damn it. Don't you tell me otherwise.
Ugh.
Anything else from Gamescom then that pulled your attention?
Not really. Not that I can really see. Most of these things are for the consoles that I don't have the monies for, so
True.
stuck with that. But hey, I mean, can't wait for them to say anything about the new Legend of Zelda game.
New Legend of Zelda.
Anything.
Now, do we have a release? Do they say any of that or?
2015.
Okay, of course. Well, I know it's on the top of your list for our most anticipated games of 2015.
Yep.
um, all right. Well, with that, that's the end of the news for Gamescom. There, obviously, there's some other news that has come out too. I'll see if there's anything important that I missed. Um, but in case there isn't, let's move on then to I guess that's a good transition to our most anticipated games of 2015. We're gonna go over the things. As you all know, every game in the frickin' world that's supposed to be released has been delayed to 2015, or just straight up announced that they're releasing in 2015, because that's just the way the world works. They hate the year 2014. 2015 is when everything's coming out. So we're going to just kind of go over our most anticipated games that are coming out, whether it's been delayed or just announced for 2015. But our favorite games, or the games that we think will be our favorite of 2015, our most anticipated. So Charles, I don't know if you want to start us off and just let us know what's kind of the first top of your list there, or bottom of your list, most anticipated game for you for 2015.
Well, we might as well just come out and say it. I'm looking forward to the new Legend of Zelda game.
Straight
If
up.
that wasn't obvious before this moment, maybe you're just tuning in and In other words, welcome to the Gamers Roundtable show. But this looks like it's going to be a really good game. It's going to follow the same cell shaded sort of vibe that the it looks like it is, given the concept video that they had displayed. That is apparently actual in-game footage, which means something somehow. And cell shaded, but it looks really, really nice. It's not like an intrusive version of cell shading, but not Toon. So nothing like your Wind Waker. So
Yeah.
that's something that I can look forward to because it looks like a more grown-up version of Wind Waker without the boats or the water.
Yeah,
Basically,
essentially.
not Wind Waker.
Not at all.
And apparently, it's supposed to be relatively open world in comparison to other Legend of Zelda games where you do the one thing in the one order and that's the thing you do. And instead of transitions between zones to make the world feel large, they want to have a large world that you can just see that tree over there. You could walk to it.
Hmm.
Yeah, the mountain in the distance. You can go there.
You can go there. That was the best.
As we continue to make fun of them for that at at E3.
But that's true, and even I'm intrigued just with the open worldness of it and how it the way they're approaching it. So I'm intrigued to see what they got. I don't really know anything about any of the lore or anything behind it, um, but I'm still interested just because I do want to start to increase my Wii U library. I want to see what this machine can start doing. So if they can work some wonders with it, graphically. I'll be excited for sure.
Donkey Kong Country is beautiful.
Yeah, well, any Nintendo game always is beautiful, but I notice it's because everything's round.
Yeah,
They just make everything round, and
yeah.
that kind of seems to be their design.
No NVIDIA hair physics like you get in
In
your
2D.
Lara Croft game.
Nope, none of that. You gotta have hair physics, or else it's not a real game.
Yeah,
That's just the way it works.
basically how it works.
Yeah. All right. We'll move on to mine. In no particular order. I'm doing this just kind of. They're all pretty hype, I think. Um, I don't know about you, but I'm definitely excited for Tom Clancy's The Division.
That's the tactical one, right?
The tactical third-person shooter. That it's set in like in this urban environment, all broken down, everything's trashed, and you're going through with your teammates, and you're able to close like doors on cars, and that's like super cool.
Closed doors on cars.
Okay, you didn't see the E3 trailer then, did you?
No, I
Uh,
didn't.
One of the things people got so excited about is when he was taking cover, he was walking along, and there was the side of a car, and like he was crouched down, and what happened was the door on the cop car that he was crouching behind was open. As he walked by, his hand went out and he closed the door and then kept moving past, but all in like one fluid motion. Everyone was like, "Oh my gosh, he can close doors!"
So trivial.
It was the attention to detail, I think, is what nailed people on it. The fact that there was another guy was hiding behind a car, so the guy shot out the tires, so the car dropped a bit, and then he went up and got a headshot. So it was all these little attention to detail things. But anyways, yeah, that's coming PS4, Xbox One, and PC. I really don't know what system to get it on. I want to get it on PC because a lot of my friends seem to be getting it on PC, but I don't know if my PC will be able to run it because it's an absolutely gorgeous next-gen, beautiful-ass game. Um, and I know my PS4 will run it because it's optimized for it. Um, and the fact that on the PS4 you don't have to deal with Uplay because it is Ubisoft. Which I also don't have an issue with Uplay on PC. I finally have a game that utilizes it, Blood Dragon, and I don't have an issue with it. So suck it, Manny.
Yeah, I didn't have much of a problem with it other than the fact that I had to sign up for it.
Yeah, that's it. That's the only inconvenience, and once you pass that, there's no issues. Like you literally click play, and
Unless you live anywhere but Canada.
I think that's it. I think they're biased that if you're not Canadian, then you can suck it.
It's just in World War III called.
Ubisoft starts World War III because of Uplay. Oh man, people are pissed off, I guess then. Um, yeah, that's the division. Super stoked for that. That's definitely on my top list of things I'm excited for 2015. What's your next one?
Let's see. What else is on that list I can care about? Oh right. The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. Despite the fact that I cannot play the Witcher game, I still want to play The Witcher 3 because that looks friggin' awesome.
Hmm.
It's just
Yeah,
so pretty.
it looks great. Um,
As
I
go
I
ahead.
I don't know if my PC will be able to run it. Um, but is it sorry coming out on consoles as well?
It's coming out on PC, PS4, and Xbone.
Okay, it is. Okay. Um, I don't know. I hope they fix the Did they fix the combat system from the first one? Because I couldn't play the first one because it was so terrible.
Apparently, each iteration is getting better as far as further development. So,
Okay.
uh, uh, The Witcher 2 is better than The Witcher 1, and in most cases, you can just skip The Witcher 1, but I'm stubborn.
I
And The
know,
Witcher 3 looks like it's going to be better.
and that's my issue is that I want to skip The Witcher 1 because I want to play The Witcher 2, but I want to know the story and everything, so I got to play it.
Just watch a Let's Play.
Yeah, I guess I might actually have to resort to that. But I don't know. There's something about
Yeah, the
experiencing it
combat in
yourself,
that
right?
game is just unplayable.
Oh, absolutely. I actually no, like literally unplayable. I could not figure out what to do. I accidentally like skipped. I think there was like a dialogue box that came up, and I accidentally skipped it, and I didn't know what I was doing. I actually didn't know how to
Oh
attack.
my. Well, even then, like with the I don't know how to attack or I don't know what I'm doing, like I forgot how to attack from the first time that I tried to play the game. I tried to play the game a second time and I skipped the prompt that told you how to do the things,
Yeah.
and I eventually got it after a bit of trial and error. But another thing with that game is if you don't pay attention to every bit of information on the screen, you will not know how to proceed in the game and you will get horribly, horribly lost. And then
Yeah.
you've got to start over again because the quest log is bullshit.
Yeah.
But that's Witcher 1.
Yeah, but and that's what strikes me as odd is how did people get excited for Witcher 2 if you couldn't even play the first one?
I don't know, nerds and paying
You know?
attention. But The Witcher 2 was better than The Witcher 1. They learned from a lot of their mistakes, and I bet they made The Witcher they are making The Witcher 3 to be even better. Apparently, it will have a world that is 20% bigger than Skyrim. So
Yeah,
there's
well,
that.
you know, CD Projekt Red knows what they're doing. I'm more excited for sorry, it's Cyberpunk, I think it is that they're making.
Oh my God, the Cyberpunk game?
Yeah, I'm kind of excited to see what that entails more of, right? Because
Yeah.
that trailer was so good.
When is it coming out? Oh, never.
Yeah, pretty much.
Cyberpunk 2077. Release date to be announced. They probably don't
Yet
even
to be
have
made.
a quarter of the game done yet.
Oh yeah, no, they're just showing people, getting people stoked for it. Well, they needed more in the repertoire. What do they got? Witcher?
Let's see. They've got Witcher 2,
Oh
and
yeah, I forgot about that one.
oh yeah, and Witcher 3 that they're working on.
Oh
And
yeah, that's soon. Yeah, I heard about
yeah,
that.
that's soon. Yeah, and that's it.
So
That's all they
good.
have.
Yeah, so I think they just wanted to expand the repertoire and say, hey, look, we make more than one game, right? That's
Apparently, they also have a game called They that they announced.
oh yeah. I did hear about that.
It's
Um,
formerly under development by Metropolis Software. CG Projekt Red purchased them. Halted it in order to focus on The Witcher 2. Not completely canceled, apparently. And that's it. No new
nice.
information.
Yeah. All right. Well, CD Projekt Red. I'm gonna go um to my next game. And talk about a game that I think everybody's excited for. Like, and if you're not, you need to go away. Batman Arkham Knight.
Bye.
Oh, oh, what? Get out of here. Get out of my
Okay,
life.
okay, okay. Relax. I just didn't play the other Batman games yet.
Okay, honestly, I think you should. If you need to borrow a system and the games from me, feel free to do so. I can do that for you. Um, awesome games, except for sorry, Asylum or not Asylum. What am I talking about? Um, Origins. That wasn't as good. Um, but Asylum and City were phenomenal games. Uh, I honestly give City a 10 out of 10. Sorry, Asylum 10 out of 10, and then City just takes it up another notch. And from the looks of it, Arkham Knight is going to be taking up one step even further, or 5 steps to be honest, because it is strictly a next generation system, only coming out on PC, Xbox One, and PS4. So you're looking at something optimized for more powerful systems than the last generation. I was going to say high-powered systems, but I guess the next generation isn't super high-powered. But they're able to focus on just next gen. So I'm super stoked for it. It looks like a beautiful, breathing, dark world, and it's going to be super awesome driving the Batmobile around. Oh, I'm so excited. Pick them up for me or watch a Let's Play, man. No, you just got to play them. That's why they're fun. Is the combat system is one of the best I've ever used. It's going from the worst combat system to one of the best. Um, from Witcher to this, the combat system in the free flow fighting system, so good, so fun. Just jumping around, getting combos, you feel like such a badass. But Arkham Knight, man, you got to be hyped up. Got to be hyped up. That's my next one. What would you say then, ahead of Arkham Knight? What would you pick instead of Arkham Knight? What's your next?
What's my next? Well, I haven't really delved too far into the games for 2015. Like, is a pre-sequel coming out in 2015? No, it's coming out in 2014. I can't even use that one. Ah, Borderlands pre-sequel apparently much sooner than I thought it would be. Uh, hmm?
I said, bitch.
Yeah, no,
True.
I can't even pick a game. This is awful. Uh, did I do Legend of Zelda yet? Oh, what's this? Dragon Age Inquisition. Wasn't that pushed back?
Yep.
Can that be a thing? Okay, good. I'm no, it's November. It wasn't pushed
Oh,
back.
I thought it was
How am
moved
I
to
finding
November.
all of these games that are releasing this year now?
Yeah. Well, now that you found them, they're like, oh no, someone knows it's releasing. We gotta push it.
Gotta push it back. I can't even use that joke anymore. It's like, when's it releasing? Probably 2015 or something. Apparently, a bunch of Wii U games are coming out in 2015 that are making me want to actually keep my
All right.
console.
I'll give you my next one then. Splatoon.
Oh, is that 2015?
My gird. Yeah. 2015. I'm super stoked for that. I think that's gonna be one of my favorites. I'll be playing that over Zelda for sure.
I'll have to take a look at it when more details come out. I don't think it's playable yet, given that they don't have a release date, so they're probably not even in feature lock yet.
Well, it's still good. It's like back with Smash. Like they announced that they said, well, they didn't even announce. They said, oh yeah, we're working on a Smash Brothers game. You know, it's probably going to be a good game, but you know nothing about it. So I think Splatoon's going to be good. They did show gameplay. Have you not seen the gameplay on it?
Yeah, they did show some gameplay. I did see the gameplay on it. It's
Hmm.
just, um, I don't know. I'd have to see a bit more in order to actually know if it's going to be good or not. It might be worth a pickup though,
Hmm.
but it's probably not going to be something that I'm going to be playing like 920% of the time.
Fair enough. Um, cool. Did you find any else then, or did you lose your entire list to 2014?
Apparently, I lost my entire list to 2014.
Those
Would you look at
jokers.
that? There are more games releasing this year than I thought there would be.
um, the so you're not interested in like Metal Gear Solid or anything like that?
Metal Gear Solid is not PC, so I'm not particularly interested in it. Um,
How
maybe
about
Far Cry 4. Maybe I will check it out,
hmm,
but
yeah, that'd be a good one. How about Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Siege?
is that another tactical?
Yes, the idea is you're put into a tactical situation. It's a SWAT team essentially breaking into a house, and inside the house is terrorists holding hostage and the terrorists have to set up barricades, set up traps essentially for the SWAT team coming in, and the SWAT team has to go in, but the entire house is destructible. Like, you should breaking down drywall, and we're watching a bunch of trailers after this apparently.
Apparently.
Once this podcast ends, you and I are watching some trailers, and for viewers, if you haven't seen them too, you got to check out any of the ones we mentioned here today, because I only get hype about hype games. You got to trust my opinions. They're always right. So that's one. I guess I'll just go through a couple others that I'm excited for if you don't have any. Dead Island 2, if you're interested at all, that they know how to make trailers. Oh my goodness.
Oh yeah, those guys. I remember. Was that the one where it was in reverse?
That was the one that made people cry.
Yeah.
And then this one was the one where the guy was like rollerblading down the beach, and he was slowly turning into a zombie, and so he's just listening to his music, going along, and then there's a bunch of like things being killed in the background. He's listening to this happy music, and eventually just turns into a zombie.
Yeah, that seems about right. That seems right on their
It was good.
right on target for them.
We're adding that to our list to watch after this. And if you want more stuff for your Wii U, then how about Yoshi's Woolly World? That looks like a beautifully fun game.
Yeah, I was kind of looking at that, but let's see. Seems supposed to feel like the Kirby's Epic Yarn.
Yeah. Well, speaking of Kirby, there's Kirby and the Rainbow Curse coming out on the Wii U in 2015 as well.
Yeah, that one I might actually take a look at too. I've never actually played a Kirby game, which is really strange. I've always wanted to, I just never have.
I never have either.
Oh, well, there's a game that I got to pick up then.
Now, of course, I can't get it yet, but I'm excited for it. Halo 5 Guardians.
Yes.
Definitely excited for that. Again, I think the end of this year, Q4 is the time that I'll be buying my Xbox One, just because there's a lot of good stuff coming out. They're starting to build up their library in the next little bit. Q4 to 2015 is going to be looking good for them. And Mortal Kombat X. I don't know if you play any fighters or anything, but
Mortal Kombat's still alive?
Yep. They're still giving her. Mortal Kombat 10 is coming out next year. Environmental assist and all that kind of stuff, but it's looking good. New characters, of course, and all that lovely jazz. Good old fighter. I know Zach will be excited because he finally won a Let's Play tournament, and it was Mortal Kombat. Funnily enough, he had never played the game before. It was Mortal Kombat 9. He had never played before, and he ended up winning the tournament just based off his prior knowledge of fighters. So I wonder if that'll be his next game.
I'll probably pick that up.
Yeah, it looks good. What else is? I think he's also interested in the Xenoblade. Xenoblade Chronicles X will be next year. I'm not too interested myself. Also on the Wii U, I'm pretty sure there's this game called Star Fox.
Are they coming with one?
Yeah. Did you not watch E3?
I told you I didn't have very much time for E3.
All right. Yeah. There's another Star Fox that they teased at the end of the digital presentation. Miyamoto was on screen. He turned around and started playing something on a blurred out screen with the Wii U pad, and instantly I'm like, that's Star Fox. I saw something in the back, and yeah, there's nothing else announced except for the fact that I think they had a demo, I think, on the show floor. I can't remember. I just remember that yeah, he was there showing that off, and a lot of people were like, oh my gosh, it's the Star Fox.
Yeah, well, it could be anything else too.
No, it is Star Fox for sure, because there's a screenshot you can see, and it's got Falco. um, his picture on it. So um, there's this game called Inside. Did you hear about it? It's coming out for the Xbox One only, and it's kind of like a 3D-esque Limbo, um, in a sense. Have you? Did you see anything about it?
Uh, no, but I'm doing a quick check right now. You Polygon.
Okay, well I'll tell you right now, it's by the same guys that made Limbo. It's
Oh
brutal.
yeah, yeah, right there.
Um, so I guess this game is set in a bleak-looking world where people march ceaselessly forward like zombie drones. You play a character with free will, trying to maneuver through the landscape without being discovered. This includes hiding from searchlights, running from vicious animals, and pretending to be one of the unthinking horde, all while chasing down someone yourself. Featuring a slightly wider color palette than Limbo, the main character wears a red shirt. The whole package looks great, and this is one creepy adventure we don't plan to miss, is what it said. Yeah, it looks like Limbo, but to the next level, essentially. Did you play Limbo at all?
No, I have not played Limo. There's a lot of games that I missed out on.
Yep. Um, well, I'm gonna give you my top one right now, and I've been saving this for last just because I am super hype, super hype on this. Um, but Uncharted 4, A Thief's End.
Yep,
I think
Uncharted.
there's
There it
probably
is.
a million people that are going to be on the same level as me right now that is going to be the top game for them releasing in 2015 above anything else. All the other awesome games coming out in 2015. That is by far the one I'm looking forward to the most, and I can't wait to see more on it. Just it's Uncharted, man. I can't say more. I can't say. Literally just gotta say it's Uncharted, and that's what I'm stoked for. Everyone will know what I mean. Have you ever played an Uncharted game? I'm gonna assume your answer is no, since that's what it's been to every other game I've asked you about.
Would it surprise you if it was no?
um, yes, you need to play those again. Borrow them from me. I got them. I'll send them over.
Again, more
Um,
the console problem.
I have consoles for you. If you
Ooh.
haven't seen this nice area right behind
Oh,
me
I've seen that nice area right behind you.
with consoles strewn about.
That's got to be the
Just
most satisfying sight.
consoles strewn about. Oh, they're on the TV. Oh, they're climbing the cliff there too. Oh, look it up there. Yeah. Um, just yeah, everywhere. So yeah, if you need something, just come on, pick her up, and be on your way and play some video games. Um, I'm like a drug dealer for video games. Just what do you need? What do you need, son? I got it.
What do you buy?
What are you buying? Um, and then yeah, you need to play those Uncharted. I'm super stoked for. Everybody watching, let us know what you're stoked for 2015. Games coming out next year. It's going to be a huge year for gaming. I'm hoping to see more on, of course, Project Morpheus from PlayStation as well. I hope to see what they've got in store for their VR headset. I was wishing to see more at Gamescom, but hopefully we'll see some in the near future. But what they got going on with that, because that'll be super awesome. And of course, I can say it now before it's even announced, but I'm sure I'll be looking forward to getting the next Call of Duty next year as well.
Yeah, that looks like it's going to be interesting.
We all know it'll be. No, I'm saying the year after, because we all know it's going to come out. Oh,
Oh, right.
Assassin's Creed as well too.
Oh, yeah, because, you know, the same games being reproduced every year. It's, if they're popular enough, it's a good annual source of cash flow.
Oh, Pokemon. There'll be a Pokemon coming out next year as well.
Oh yeah, that's the is that the alpha and omega ones?
No, that's this year. Next
Oh,
year,
that's
but they
this year.
plan on doing it every year, it seems.
Oh, it looks like
Um,
they'll probably remake what was the Gen 4 ones? I don't know.
yeah, those things.
Platinum and
Uh,
something like that.
I speaking of Pokemon though, man, I can't wait until they make a Pokemon MMO like Ermagerd.
Yeah, that's the next logical step, except they're not gonna do it. Too
because
much
they're
chance for
jerks.
negative interaction.
I guess, yeah. They don't like any of that negative interaction online. It bothers me. They have so much room for potential, but they have to get their stupid morals in the way, right?
Too much morals.
Keep your principles out of this. There's no place for that in video games. We're an untamed, wild civilization. Give us what we need,
Yep. Give us what we
and
really want.
we'll give you your money that you want. Um, yeah, if you guys are looking, everybody watching, looking forward to any games of 2015, let us know in the Q&A or in the YouTube video in the comment section underneath there. And I'll be able to see it in the comment tracker, or if I don't see it right now, I'll be able to see it next time I take a look at the video and answer you there. But with that, if there's, do you have any other news, Charles, this week that you noticed? Anything interesting that happened?
Not really. Nothing particularly that jumped out at me. I think you got everything with the sales of the PS4 versus Xbox. That's the only thing I really saw this week.
Yeah. So we'll see if Xbox, they're doing what they can, but I don't know if they'll be able to pull back from that anytime soon. It'll be a while at least.
Well, apparently they're bringing the games.
Yeah, well, exactly, and especially with the connectless Xbox, that's going to help as well. Of course, I think they said it did help. It was brought up a huge percentage for their sales. But I think they got a little bit of time before they catch up. But we'll see what Sony can do to stay ahead and what Microsoft can do to catch up. If you don't have anything else, then I guess we'll finish up here and get signed off and say goodbye. So again, make sure you guys, before we go to youtube.com/GamersRoundtable Show and subscribe so you don't miss anything we've done in the past or anything we're going to do in the future. And go to Google Plus and make sure you plus one us and circle us so that you can get invites every time we do these live, and then join up and talk with us. Ask us some questions and stuff. I see some viewers there. You're always just hanging out and watching. Interact with us. We like it. But with that, we'll go down and say goodbye. Charles, thanks for coming out and giving us your games that are releasing in 2014, you jerk.
Ah, that's what I get for not looking at all of the individual games that I'm actually interested or looking at. I'm not planning on buying any more games this year, so
Yeah, well,
I guess it's releasing to 2015 in my own library. So there we go. I got around that one.
I think is what you assumed is they're all going to release in 2015 because that's the trend.
That was my assumption, and I was horribly wrong. It
the
happened.
game is coming out. Well, it must be coming out in 2015. But of course, with your luck, the everyone you picked is coming out this year.
Hey, everyone that I sarcastically talked about for the past couple of episodes has been pushed back to 2015. So
Yeah, fair enough. Well, the ones you announced this time, they're probably going to watch this and be like, okay, we need to move it back to 2015.
Destiny's release is going to be really scary. We should probably push all the games back to 2015.
Don't talk anymore.
No, I'm talking about other developers being scared of the Destiny release.
Okay, I thought you were saying they're pushing Destiny back, and I was about to come to the screen and punch you.
Come at me, bro.
This is one game I haven't been this excited for a game in a very long time. And Destiny's doing it, man. Super hype, hashtag hype.
Well, let me know how it is in about 4 months when you finally take a break.
Come out of my little hole. Yeah. Cool. Yeah, Destiny. Oh, I need it now. Now I'm on Destiny's shit. Find Charles at CStovetop on Twitter and twitch.tv/CStove.
And maybe I'll start streaming Dota.
Maybe, and then get your sound cut out.
Yeah, exactly.
That's something we didn't
Game
talk
music.
about.
Yeah.
Twitch recently implemented a ID tagging system that will automatically silence any VODs that you got going on Twitch, and I think live streaming stuff now they do as well. No, not live streaming.
They specifically said not live stream.
Yes, I'm the one. Yeah, not live streams, but they will do any VODs that are stored.
All VODs will be subject to this tagging, and apparently what they'll do is they'll just freeze the audio, and you can report it, and they can take a look, and if it's been wrongly frozen, they'll reinstate the audio, sort of thing.
Yeah, I think they're doing it well. They had
They
to do
weren't
it.
transparent enough before
No,
the
and they
announcement.
admitted that too, and at least now they're like, yeah, we messed up. I mean, they still messed up, but at least
Yeah,
they're acknowledging it.
The Twitch CEO did an AMA. It's on Reddit
Yeah,
somewhere.
and that's ballsy right after something like that. So obviously he's not afraid to get in there and say, hey, we messed up. So he's got, yeah,
He's got
they're
some integrity. It's there.
exactly. And but the thing is, I don't blame them for implementing the system because it had to be
They're gonna
done.
get their balls sued off.
Yeah, they were gonna get sued if they hadn't, and I'm surprised that it
Didn't
lasted this
Google
long.
buy them or something like that?
Google, no, that's still rumors. There's no, and they even asked, but the CEO said we can't comment on anything like that.
Well, that's probably why they put this implementation in, is if they're actually in talks and are planning on getting it sold to
That
Google.
was probably one
Because
of the agreements. Google
Twitch on its
probably
own.
said, hey, if you don't do this, we're not going to buy you.
Yeah, so the highly suspected Twitch implementation into Google Plus,
Um,
which is what Google's doing with everything.
to be honest, I don't know if they're going to do that because I think what we're going to see actually is Twitch streams being synonymous with YouTube streams. So I think what's going to happen is I think your Twitch account and YouTube account will be linked, but I think what happens when you stream on Twitch, it'll also be viewable on YouTube.
And
Um,
probably Google Plus too, because that's what Google does now.
yeah, well, yeah. So we'll see. I don't know if they'd screw it because it's so easy. Look at that. Within another one, I forget. I think it's called Hitbox or something. Um, Another streaming site, almost an exact clone of Twitch popped up, and you can go stream on that if you're not happy with Twitch. So I don't think Google's stupid enough to say that to go along and try to do something stupid and then absolutely kill what they just bought for $1 billion potentially. You know, like it wouldn't seem like a very smart thing to do when you can just easily replace Twitch. All the user base will just move if something stupid like that happens. It's not like YouTube where there's no real other alternative. Vimeo, but Vimeo is pretty much just becoming an HD porn hub at this point. There's no other real alternative to YouTube, and that's why YouTube can do the crap they want to do is because no one's gonna leave, right?
Hmm.
Whereas Twitch is such a small user base compared to YouTube that everybody's can just leave, and another site can pop up and in no time and do it. As I said, Hitbox is an almost exact clone of Twitch. Like
Sounds about right.
yeah, I'm already took 2 seconds to sign up. I'm already signed up just in case something does happen. I already got my account, so I'd go do that because that's going to be the one that'll pop up. But yeah, I don't think Google will do something that stupid. We will see integration, I think for sure, but I don't think it'll be that stupid of a move where they just here's social stuff go.
Hmm.
Yeah, I don't think. But anyways, yeah, it's just make sure you're not playing any sound if you plan on archiving any of your files there, Charles.
Or archive your shit locally. Get yourself a 2 terabyte external and just plug it into your computer and save your VODs to the external at the same
That's
time.
true. Although you'll be surprised at how long that 2 terabytes won't last you.
Yeah, just get rid of the old shit you don't like.
I guess you could do that. But what if it's me? I'm streaming. I like all the stuff I do. I can't get rid of it.
Yeah, there's sometimes where there are games that I'm just too ashamed to share.
Yeah. Yeah. So Twitch, we'll see what more rolls out with that. But I think they're doing what they needed to do so they don't get sued. And we'll see if anything comes out of any YouTube acquisition as well.
Yep.
Yeah, so I'm glad we got that in. But yeah, so go check Charles out on Twitch right now while there's still a lot. C Stove is his name.
That's okay. I'll update it if I switch to Pitbox or whatever.
There you go. And myself, I'm LeafX. You can find me on Twitter at LeafX. See the things that I talk about and the stuff and all that jazz. And make sure I'm just gonna plug it too. If you're in the KW area, make sure you go and go to twitter.com/Let's Play KW. Follow that. That's the organization I run that we do video game tournaments all the time. We got a Smash Bros. Tournament coming up on the 31st. That's at McCabe's Irish Pub, so make sure you just search for Let's Play KW to find more info on that if you're interested in playing some video games. But anyways, this is the Gamers Roundtable. We are the gamers of the Roundtable, and we'll see you next week at 7 p.m. EDT, Wednesday, same time, same place, and so subscribe to all that stuff so you don't miss it. Join us up, and thanks for watching, and thanks for coming out, and as always, keep gaming hard.